Hey, so first snow of the year here coming. I'm thinking we'll see how this turns out. How to get stronger while getting flexible at the same time, so you don't have to do 2 batches of exercises. Well, this is from the list of things that would be really cool to know the answers from. So I've got a list of a bunch of stuff on the front page of my website at raymondburton.com. And then, so what I'm doing now is I'm just explaining each point on there that sounds like it's too good to be true kind of deal. And, no hype, just facts kind of stuff. That's what I'm trying to do, is explain away all the cool reasons why. I hope you can't hear all that whistling from the snow. So how do you get stronger while getting more flexible so you don't need 2 batches of exercises? Well, I'll have to say that, again, Matt Fury was kind of on the right track there, where if you do a range of, so if you do a movement in its fullest range of motion, as you increase the range of motion, you're becoming more flexible, right? And one way to increase a range of motion is to sort of reassure your body that in fact that range of motion is safe to be in. And one way to do that is to increase the strength in that range of motion. And so let's just say if your knees are buggered, that's going to be a lot of wind in the mic, I'm thinking. We'll see if it turns out later. If it's absolute garbage, whatever. One way to increase your range of motion is to re-educate your nervous system and let your body know that a certain range of motion is safe. So let's just take the Hindu squat as an example. If you have a problem closing up your knee joint, so knee flexion, a leg extension would be knee extension, knee flexion would be like a hamstring curl. So if you have a problem doing, say, knee flexion and hip, that would be flexion again. So that would be like a kneeling on a mat. Then a great way to become able to do that is to start with what you're capable of in the Hindu squat, and to keep doing that and getting stronger. And you'll find that either through the strength of being able to get into that position, your body will allow you to, or the re-education of your nervous system and how it fires those muscles, or that it's actually safe, and that you have the strength to get out of it, is how you would do that. I find a lot of times that it seems that a chronically tight muscle that will not allow you to get into a range of motion is usually not the actual problem. It's usually being overworked because something else up the chain is out of whack. So, wow, everybody's opening up their garages right now. So let's say, for example, I wasn't even looking at the camera. It'd be better off as a podcast. So let's just say that your calf again is cramped. That could be because you're walking off tilt, because let's just say your glute is not firing on one side, which could be because you have nerves being messed with coming out of your lumbar area, and they're inhibiting your glute firing, and then your body looks for stabilization somewhere else, so your hip flexors fire up looking for stability, which then causes you to walk funny, which means you're always propelling yourself with the calf on that one side. So it gets overworked and it knots up because it's pissed off at you. Or as just your body being real smart, telling you that something's wrong, and pay attention. So really, the best way to get stronger and flexible at the same time is to do movements over a full range of motion, the fullest range of motion. So that would be like, instead of doing parallel squats, doing full ass to grass squats, like as if you were resting in bottom squat and coming out. Like, I'm not talking now about how to get your max squat, because leverages have to be played with there as well, right? Because you're looking for a number, not for the actual functionality of the movement around that joint. But where was I going with that? I don't know. I just got caught up looking at the snow. But let's pick another thing. So that's the squat. What else do people have problems with? Shoulders. Shoulder mobility. You may think there's something pissed off in your shoulder. It hurts like crazy, pain radiating down your arm. No, let's just see. What are you doing in over an excessive amount or in proportion of chest work to your pushing muscles to your pulling muscles? So has your chest and front delts and biceps, I guess that's internal rotation type movements, kind of lat pull downs too if you're doing them wrong, pulls your shoulders forward, starts messing up your shoulder joint, because the muscles that pull your shoulders back into place along your back, which you could be doing with body weight rows, or even if you're doing the wrestler's bridge correctly and squeezing your back together as opposed to just hinging at your lower back. Anyway, full ranges of motion worked through over time. You do what you can as far as your existing range of motion. Your body will get stronger, your nervous system will re-educate, and that's how you do it. If you already have a full range of motion, excellent. Then all you need to do is progressively overload it while maintaining that full range of motion. That is an argument actually for the passive stretching, which, dang, I wish I would have started with this, which FRC kind of goes into, functional range conditioning. FRC goes with a passive stretch for 2 minutes, which allows your nervous system to chill out and get you into the position that would usually not be accessible to you, at which point you then flex the agonistic muscle, so the muscle that is being stretched in this case. I'll give you an example in a second. For 20 seconds, I'd say 20 to 30 seconds based on principles, but they just say 20. Because time under tension can vary depending on your goals. And then you contract and squeeze the antagonistic muscle, so the one that would actually pull it into position. So let's just take that kneeling position again. So, you know the couch stretch maybe from Kelly Starrett, made it famous. It's basically like you put your foot up the wall and then the front leg is in a hurdle position, or not a hurdle position, but lunge position. So in that, say you passively relax, hip flexor and quad are all relaxing for 2 minutes. Then you push your foot into the wall. You can also drag your knee towards you, which is hip flexor and quad at the same time. And after you've done your 2 minutes of relax, 20 seconds of that contracting, then what you would do is you would squeeze your glute and hamstring as the opposite side muscle group, and now you've strengthened both sides of the joint, which seems to be the key to joint integrity, allowing you to move without experiencing injury or pain. Because we don't ever really have a muscle function exclusively without the other one firing somewhat, right? Like if my quad flexes to do something, I will also stabilize the backside of the joint, usually by flexing glute and hamstring. And there'll probably be some calf stuff going on and all that too. And I mean, how often, anytime do you engage anything without either squeezing your hands hard or your abs too? That's another way to increase activation. See that from Pavel. Anytime you want to get stronger instantly is to squeeze harder and clench your abs. Anyway, yeah, how do I always hit 10 minutes when it's supposed to be like a 3-minute video? Anyway, that's how you get stronger and more flexible without using a bunch of different separate exercises. But there's always places to chop out bits, and there's like a reason to do passive flexibility and all that, which I just explained with the FRC. But anyway, cheers for now. Enjoying the snow. Bye.